the first tutorial of LabsmadEasy.com. Today we'll be making a part of an universal coupling on 3D Solidworks. So this is our first tutorial, so I'll be explaining you the basic features, the basic tools of 3D Solidworks. This part is called a collar and the whole assembly is called the universal coupling. So this is how the collar will look like when we finish making it in 3D SolidWorks. This part, the holes are for the taper pin to enter, and the pin goes inside this collar, and the taper pin intersects the pin and the collar, making it stuck between the fork and the center. So let's start over. We go to new, we go to part. Okay, now in 3D SolidWorks, what we need to take care of is that there are three planes and we have to decide on which plane we want to work. Since it's a cylindrical component, we can start with the top plane. We can just make a 2D sketch on this top plane and then we'll see how we convert it into a 3D model. So we go to view orientation and then we click this option, normal to. The normal to option rotates the plane which we have selected and makes it normal to our vision. There we go. So now to make a cylinder, we have to use the 2D sketch of cylinder, and that's a circle. So we use go to circle command, we make a circle, we put the dimensions. Now to make this 2D model fit into our screen, we go to zoom to fit. This makes our sketch fit to the screen, making it more user friendly to handle. So now we can go to the isometric view by Ctrl plus 7. As you can see, the isometric view comes written here. Ctrl plus 6 is for the bottom view, 5 for the top view, 4 for the right view, 3 for the left, 2 for the back and 1 for the front. Let's switch to isometric view again. Now to make this circle a cylinder, we go to extruded boss or base command. It, what this thing does is it forces a 2D model to a 3D model. That's called extrusion. So we go to extruded boss or base. As you can see, it's extruded by 10 mm by default. We put it to 20 mm. Now as we can see, the blind feature here, the blind feature means that the plane we are working on, it will be extruded blindly in just one direction. But since we need holes in the center of the collar, so we go for the mid plane feature, which makes an extrusion of 10 mm in both the sides since we use 20 mm. So we put a tick and there we have our basic model, a cylinder. Now to make a hole in the middle, what we need to use is the extruded cut feature. It cuts a solid model by a sketch you make on any surface you want. So we go for the top of the surface of this model. We again use the same feature, normal to. The surface becomes normal to our vision. We again go to sketch, draw a circle, this time with a lesser radius. We go for 18 so that the thickness or the width of the collar is 2 mm. Now we go for extruded cut. As you can see, it makes an extrusion cut of 20 mm by default. So that's all we need, and it's a blind one this time because we are using the top plane of the cylinder, not the top plane in our 3D representation. So let's put OK, and there we have a basic hollow cylinder for the collar. We go to isometric view again. Now to make the holes in this and this side, we need to change our plane. We made our drawing on the top plane, as you can see. Now we go for the front plane to make the hole. You can use front plane or the right plane, either of them, it doesn't matter much. So we again use the same feature. We click the front plane, we go to normal to, and again sketch a circle of radii 2. Now one thing we need to take care of is that the circle is not on the collar, it's on the front plane, that is right in the middle of the collar. So again, to make the holes we use the extruded cut feature. Since we need holes on the both sides, we go for mid plane feature. As you can see, we have used 20 mm, so the cut is not intersecting with any part of the collar. So we need to set this to 40 mm. That means 20 mm on both sides, and thus we get two holes. We go okay, and there we have it. We go for the isometric view, and that's how we do it.